The US30 market exploded this past week, especially because we can see that the analysis that we mapped out last week played out nicely, especially to the upside. I mean, look at this candle right here. This is 286 points inside of the US30 market. So if you're looking for a strong game plan for the US30 market, especially going into FOMC, which is the Federal Open Market Committee, where they make a decision as to whether or not they're going to cut the rates or not. So if you want a strong game plan going into that, then make sure you stay tuned to this video because I'm going to share my entries, my exits, and my profit target zones on the US30 market. All right, so now we can see here inside of this market, we have this really big candle and then price basically just shot up, creating all-time highs inside of this market at 46,000 plus, which is insane. So let's go ahead and go to the weekly time frame and see what price is doing there. So if we take a look on the weekly time frame, we can see very clearly what is happening. So we have this bullish candle. It's engulfing all these other candles, but we do have some exhaustion to the top. So it'll be really interesting to see how things play out, especially with the rate cuts. So generally, when it comes to rate cuts, it usually means a lot of bullish momentum for the equity markets being something like US30 and then all the companies that make up US30, and know that this is also called the Dow Jones. So it's usually, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee that that's what will happen inside of the market. So we just have to be cautious and we have to have a game plan. So that's what we're about to create right now. So let me go ahead and get my horizontal rate tool. And I just want to mark off this height of the market just so that way I have it as a structure point. And that is, of course, at the height at 46,189. And this is actually looking pretty good so far. I'm not going to touch any of the analysis because I do want to keep those lines in case price does come back to that. So let me just go ahead and go through the other time frames and we can call those out. All right, so looking at the daily time frame, we can see a really strong bullish engulfing candle the prior day, and then this was the close of the market here on Friday when I'm filming this video right now. So we can see that this candle plus this candle equals the candle that we saw on the weekly time frame. All right, so with that being said, we did have this resistance. Price obviously bust through it and is still kind of holding it at the moment. So when it comes to these other levels here, I'm just looking at the major levels. There's nothing that I really want to change because the price action that we mapped out last week, and if you want to see that, go ahead and click about 3 videos before this video in order to get it. But basically, we can see that the week started off pretty strong and then it ended up relatively strong too. So this is looking good here on the daily time frame. This level right here is at 45,772. This level right here is at 45,075. And then I'm gonna wait to call these blue levels off because there's a lot more detail that goes into them, but I am going to call off this level here at 43,437. It would take a crazy catalyst for price in this 1 week to come back down to this level. So I'll probably stop there, but let's go ahead and go to the H4. We do have some really nice levels here on the H4 time frame. And if you're looking for an opportunity to get help with your trading, go ahead and click the link in the description box below because it'll take you to this website. Watch this video. It's amazing. Basically, you'll get the opportunity to see how you can get structured help and support for your trading to get to the point where you are consistently profitable if you are not. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or more advanced, you can get the help that you know that you desire and need in order for you to live the life that you're looking to live with trading, because we all do this for money. So why not figure out how to do it right and get there faster? So go ahead and check out the website in the description box below. See how this has helped other traders and help traders get funded, get consistent back-to-back wins, and also gain 400 plus points in a crazy market like NOS 100. US30 is similar. So go ahead and check out the link in the description box below and we'll talk to you on the phone if you decide to schedule a call, or you can just go ahead and sign up and you can enroll now. If you want to just go ahead and enroll, go ahead and hit the enroll button. But if you want to schedule a call, then one of our program advisors will hop on the phone and see if we can help. So going back to the H4 time frame, go ahead and look at how this price action here lines up with this and how this is really close. Like, that's really interesting to me. So looking at the structure here, we can see about this level here at 45,200 281, we have some nice market structure as well, which is why we marked this off last week. And then we also have another little level right here at 44,988. But we could probably get rid of this for right now and just keep this level right here at 45,075. That's this level right here. And this level is looking great still at 44,672. And if we scroll over, we can see on this H4 time frame with a lot more detail that we have this level here at 44,416. And then also this level here at 43,945. So this is looking really nice here on the H4 time frame. I like how this is pretty much lining up with this and these other levels here. So let's just go ahead and go to the H2 time frame, so that way we can see how price is looking and possibly make some adjustments there. All right, here we are on the H2 time frame. Things are still looking nice. Now keep in mind, we did draw these levels last week, but there is a level here that I do want to extend. It's this level here at 45,414 roughly. So I'm just going to extend this line, especially because after we drew this line, there were some price action movements inside of here. You can see that it still respected this level. So I definitely want to make sure that that is drawn off and extended, so that way I can have it as another level or the same level, but had another level to look at during this week. All right, everything else is looking good. Let's go to the H1 before we get into our game plan. All right, so here on this time frame, one thing that I am noticing is this really wide range from 45,772 all the way up to the height of the market. So this is 416 points inside of this market. And if I wanted to break this up, I would do it in a couple of different ways. So let me just move this over. So the first thing I would do is obviously keep this level right here, but I do see some minor levels. So let's go ahead and mark off some levels with a trend line. And one level that I see is about here, and that's going to be at 46,070. And then there's another minor level that I see, and that's going to be down here, just not too far from it, but I'd rather use this other level right here, and that's going to be at 45,904, especially because I want a little bit of space between these two levels. I don't want them sitting right on top of each other, and the market structure supports that. So let's go ahead and measure these super quick. So from here to here, that is 138 points inside of the market. And then this next level is going to be 117. Okay, good. So these are decent levels, especially for US30, but what I would be targeting. So let's go ahead and go into the game plan. So what I'd be targeting here, let me get my path tool, is see what price does in this level here at this key level, especially because we have all these rejections here. And now it's pretty much almost at this level. So I will want to see some sort of bounce off of this level and then continuing up to any of these levels. Pretty much my target would be this past high, and basically just seeing what the market does beyond that. So that's one idea. So then my second idea, just looking left and just seeing some of the market structure that was created before and looking at this level specifically, dragging this over. So here's another level, and this level is at 45,610. But basically, if price was to retrace a bit further, because it is possible, I would want to see a bounce off of this level and then of course continue up. And basically I wouldn't be looking for shorts in this market. The base of this whole move is around here, and you can actually extend that a bit to down here, but I wouldn't be looking for any shorts just yet inside of this market, especially because there's nothing in the market structure that is giving me the idea for shorts. It is very bullish at the moment, and of course we can see some changes, but I don't want to jump the gun and just go ahead and take shorts just because it's at all-time high. So with this being said, basically I'm just waiting for bounces and then looking for continuations of the trend. Of course, with the news this upcoming week, price could continue to make some new all-time highs in the market. And when that happens, or if it happens, then what I want to do is I want to see what market structure forms and then basically adjust my levels from there. So if you want to go ahead and see what levels I may adjust for this upcoming week, then of course, go ahead and click the link in the description box below, so that way you could join us in the Profitable Traders Academy, where I do give updates on the market during our live calls. So go ahead and check that out. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, so that way you don't miss any of the amazing videos that we are currently doing 3 times per week. That's Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. So go ahead and subscribe and check out any of the videos here on this screen, and I'll see you in the other videos.